Central Catholic High School is a place worthy of attention. It's really a remarkable place for a lot of reasons, I think. We use an expression around here, tradition never graduates. And in a school like Central Catholic, the word tradition is significant. Tradition has its origins in the idea of something that's been handed down. That's where the word kind of comes from. And there's so many things here that have been handed down: a solid education, the discipline, the faith that permeates everything that we do around here. And it's a very practical education that seeks to prepare the boys to be leaders. And that tradition has been going on since 1927. But really, what makes it a remarkable place is the way it ties into the Lasallian mission that goes back to the very founding of the Christian Brothers over 300 years ago. That the vision of St. John Baptist de La Salle was that we would have a school where boys from all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of abilities would be able to come together and to discover who they are, discover their potential, and achieve that, move in that direction, and go on to be great people in society, great husbands and fathers, great men of industry or medicine or law, wherever they chose to find their vocation. And I think that tradition continues here at Central Catholic. You could go into the cafeteria and spend a few minutes, and you go to a table and you see some boys that are from the far suburbs and some who walk to school or take the public transportation. Others who have been 3 or 4 generations of Central Catholic families, and some who are quite new to the country that are still coming to school here. So that kind of mix is part of the tradition that that happened in 1927 when the school opened. It continued to happen throughout the decades, and it's still the experience here of Central Catholic. If I wanted to describe the state of the union of Central Catholic today, there's a lot of different ways we could go to answer that question, but the other day I was having a conversation with one of our parents, and the thing that struck her and that we talked about was the fact that we have a freshman in high school who loves coming to school every day. She said she couldn't get over the transformation in just a few weeks since he left 8th grade, where he really couldn't wait to get out of there. And a lot of that's developmental, of course. But here we have a high school freshman who, she said, he jumps up in the morning. He can't wait to come. The first day of school, he came home and said to her, "I can't believe I have 4 more years to do this kind of stuff." To me, that says that the state of the union at Central Catholic is very, very good. It's alive and well. The kids enjoy coming to school. They're involved in a million activities. Their school spirit is off the charts in many ways. The way that they show up to support the teams or the various activities, their own participation in those many, many activities are all indicators that this is a good place to grow up. It's a good place to go from being a young teenage boy to a young man ready for the challenges that face him upon graduation. So we could talk about the other indicators of success: the college acceptance rate, which is outstanding, the scholarships that our seniors earn upon graduation is outstanding, the record of our sports teams speaks for itself. But all of that comes together, and I think it's because really our organizing principle is that Jesus Christ is the reason for this school, and that everything that we do is centered around helping the boys develop a stronger relationship with God, with themselves, with their friends, with their family, and all from that kind of Christ-centered perspective adds a lot of joy and enthusiasm here. So in many, many ways, the State of the Union is certainly alive. It's alive with the Spirit. It's alive with potential. It's alive with curiosity and all the positive things of growing up and going through adolescence. It's a very good place to be, and I think we're very, very blessed. God has certainly blessed us with a very good community. I think anybody that's familiar with what's going on with Catholic education, both in our region and in the United States as a whole, knows that it's a very challenging time for Catholic education. And if schools want to survive into the future, they've really got to be deliberate and thoughtful about how they envision their own future. And here we are in 2015, and Central Catholic has enjoyed an excellent reputation as a school of excellence. But times are changing. And when we did a little bit of a reflection, we realized we needed to amplify our science, technology, engineering, and math programs so that our boys would be on the cutting edge of being exposed to those fields, those disciplines of study. And when we realized in order to do that, we needed to expand a little bit. And so we had a remarkable opportunity with the acquisition of the property adjacent to the campus to launch this project, this STEM building, science, technology, and engineering and math building. And the motivation of it was to make sure that we're providing the current and future generation of students with an outstanding Catholic college preparatory education that looks at the entire program, but also doesn't neglect the science, technology, engineering, and math aspect. So in order to remain a school of excellence, we decided we needed to launch in that particular area. So academic excellence is the first challenge that motivates this campaign. And the second gets right to the heart of Central Catholic High School, and that is the fact that no qualified boy would ever be turned away because of financial hardship from experiencing the Central Catholic education. That has been the motivating force of so many of our alumni whose support over the years has been incredible. And to make sure that the endowment, the tuition endowment, is one of the central focus of the campaign, helps to ensure that Central Catholic's identity, its mission to be of service to families of young men from the traditional neighborhoods, from working class and poor families, as well as all sorts of boys that want to come to school here, is what motivated this campaign, because we believe that the need for Central Catholic is great. The world, the church, young people, Pittsburgh still need the ministry of Central Catholic High School. And so in order to sustain that for future generations, we've launched this campaign. It's an act of faith that we are fulfilling the call that's come to us through the church, through our parents, for future generations of students. And I'm very, very confident that we'll achieve the goals of this campaign.